In this case study, we are going to prepare cash budget for a period of 4 months. Okay, so you are given the following details are forecasted by the company for the purpose of effective utilization and management of cash. So you have information starting from April till September. You have info about sales, materials, wages, overheads, and credit terms are given. That is, out of sales, 20% is cash sale, 50% is credit sale. They are collected next month and balance in the following month. Credit allowed by the suppliers is 2 months, and delay in payment of wages is 1/2 month, and overheads is 1 month. Interest on 12% debentures is ₹5 lakh. They should be paid half-yearly in June and December. Dividends on investment amounting to ₹25,000 are expected to be received in June 20. A new machinery will be installed in June 2010 at a cost of ₹4 lakh, which is payable in 20 monthly installments from July. Advance income tax to be paid in August is 15,000. Cash balance on 1st June is expected to be ₹45,000, and the company wants to keep it at the end of every month around this figure. The excess cash in multiples of ₹1,000 is being put in fixed deposit. You are required to prepare monthly cash budget on the basis of above information for 4 months from June 2010. Okay, let's get started. We have information about the sales. From that, we have to derive what is cash sales and how much is the collection from debtors in the respective months, and what is our budget period. It is June to September. Okay, similarly, we have to find out how much is paid for materials in this period, wages, overheads, everything. For that, we need working notes, so we'll have that here. So this is working note 1. Here I'm going to show you how to derive the cash sales and collection from debtors. Okay, we have information for the period April to September, and this is the total sales, and we were told that 20% of total sales is cash sales. So on this, simply apply 20%, so that gives you cash sales. 4,20,000 into 20%, 84,000. In the same way, I have applied on all the figures. Then what is credit sale? It is total sale minus cash sale. So take this 4,20,000 minus 84,000 gives you credit sale. In the same way, we can find out credit sale for all the months. Next, we have to find out the collection from debtors for the budget period, which is June to September. And question says 50% of the credit sale is collected in the next month. So April, it is 3,36,000. Its 50% is collected in June. Okay, sorry, April. So its 50% will be collected in May, and another 50% is collected in June. And look at the May credit sale, it is 3,60,000. So for May, 50% is collected in June, and remaining 50% is collected in July. And for June, 50% is collected in July, and another 50% in August. For July, it is August and September. And for August, it is September and October. October is outside our purview. And for September, it is October and November, which is totally outside our purview. Okay, so now we'll total this. This gives the collection from debtors for June. This is collection from debtors in July. In the same way, we can do it for August and September. Okay, so in this way, we get to know what is the cash sales and collection from debtors. Next, wage payment. What is the information we have? Wages, it is half month. That is, there is a delay in payment of wages. It is half month. So if you take, for example, say the month of June. The month of June, the wages is 1,65,000. 50% will be paid in that month. Okay, it means the remaining 50% is paid in July. That is understanding 1. And understanding 2, the 50% of May will get paid in June. Okay, so we will capture that in the form of a table. So month April to September will capture all the month. Okay, and this is the wages. So what's going to happen? 50% will be paid in the current month itself. So 1,60,000, 50%, 80,000 is paid in April itself. It means remaining 50% is paid in next month. Okay. Look at here for May, 1,60,000, 50% is paid in April. Sorry, for May, 1,60,000, 50% is paid in May itself. Remaining 50% is paid in June. And for June, 1,65,000, 50% is 82,500. Okay, now please note this. 82,500 is related to June and this 80,000 is related to May. So what is the total payment? It is 1,62,500. And July, it is 50% of July and 50% of June, correct? So it is 82,500 plus 82,500. So let me repeat this once again. In July, what gets paid is 50% of July, which is 82,500, and 50% of June, which is 82,500. So both put together, it is 1,65,000. And in August, what is getting paid? 50% of August and 50% of July, which is 82,500. And in September, it is 50% of September, that is 85,000, and 50% of August. What is the 50% of August? Here we have 82,500. So both put together, it is 1,67,500. So this is about wage payment. Next, overheads, there is 1 month gap. So what we'll do, we'll capture all the overheads here for all the months. For April, overhead will be paid in May. For May, it will be paid in June. June is paid in July. July is paid in August, and August is paid in September. So for us, what is relevant is this, because this is our budget period. And here also, only these figures are relevant for us now, because this is our budget period. Then, payment for material. Credit allowed by suppliers is 2 months. Okay, so we have to factor that. We'll put that here. Payment for material will capture all the months. And this is material. So this is the purchases figures. So there is a purchase in April, 2 months, May, June. For April purchase, payment will happen in June. For May purchase, payment will happen in July. For June purchase, payment will happen in August. And for July purchase, payment will happen in September. Okay, this is how these figures are arrived at. Now it's time for us to get into the cash budget preparation. Let's get started. And we were told that the opening cash balance is 45,000. We were told that there are advance income taxes, missionary loan repayments are there, dividend is coming in, interest on debenture have to be paid. And see, the opening cash balance is 45,000 and the company want to keep it at that level. But if there are any excess cash, and they can be put in fixed deposit in multiples of 1,000 rupees. Okay, let's get started. Okay, so this is the format. This is the format. Cash budget for 4 months from from July to September. Okay. Now, what is the opening balance? 45,000. So how the structure goes? Opening balance, receipts, payments, closing balance. Okay. Now let's capture the receipts. What are the receipts? The first receipt is cash sale. See, already we have captured cash sales here. Okay. So here it is in rows. We'll put them in respective columns. 84,000 to 1,22,000. So here we have cash sales 84,000 to 1,22,000. But what is relevant for us is only these. Okay, because this is our budget period. So it is 1,98,000, 1,08,000 and 1,22,000. So we got them here. Okay. Next is collection from debtors. So we have the respective period collection from debtors here. It's simple, copy paste. So that is collection for debtors. Same figures appear here. Then we were told that dividend on investment 25,000 are expected to be received in June. Okay, so that is also now accounted. So in the month of June, we say dividend. How much? 25,000. Okay. Now let's just close this. Opening balance 45,000, cash sales 1 lakh, collection from debtors 3,48,000, dividend expected is 25,000. So overall is 5,18,000. It's sum of all these items. Okay. What about the payments? Let's have a look at the payments. Already we have working notes, right? We have wage payment, we have overheads, we have payment for materials. We'll start with this payment for material. 2 lakh, 10,000, 2 lakh 60, 2 lakh 82. Okay. So that's what you see here. Payment for materials. Okay. Those 4 items. Next, we have wages. Starting from 1,62,500, 65, 65, 1,67,500. Okay, that's what we have here. Okay. Next, overheads 40,000, 38, 37,500, 60,800, and that's what we see here. Okay. Next, additional information. Interest on 12% debentures 5 lakh should be paid half-yearly in June and December. So in June we have to provide for that interest on debenture. So how much is that? 5 lakh multiplied by 12% divided by 2 because it's for 6 months. So how much we get? 30,000. Then one more additional information. A new machinery will be installed in June. Cost is 4 lakh. It is payable in 20 monthly installment from July onwards. Okay. So machinery loan repayment. It is starting from July. 4 lakh divided by 20 installments. So every month 20,000 have to be paid. So that is captured. Any other item still? Yes, there is an advance income tax. That is in August 15,000. We'll capture that. That's only in August 15,000. Okay. Now let's total all this. If you total all this, you get 4,32,500. So what is the expected overall cash receipts including opening balance? 5,18,000, of which 4,32,500 are payments. So you will have surplus. How? 5,18,000 minus 4,32,500. And case says they want to maintain 45,000. Excess, if any, should be put in fixed deposit. Okay. Now, if I keep my closing balance as 45,000 as suggested. See, what is the surplus I have? 85,500. What is the closing balance? I want to maintain 45,000. So what is the difference now? 85,500 minus 45,000. The difference is 40,500. This 40,500 I cannot put because question says it has to be in thousands. So what I'll do? I'll deposit 40,000. 85,500 minus 40,000. So closing balance is 45,500. Okay. Yeah. So this 45,500 becomes the opening balance, and this is the total, and these are all the payments. So from this, if you deduct 4,33,000, you get 90,500. And now, if I keep my closing balance as 45,000, again I'll have that problem. Okay, because deposits should be in thousands. So what I'll do? I'll make it as 45,500. In that case, what happens? 90,500 minus 45,500, I can deposit 45,000. Perfect. So this 45,500 is the opening balance, and this is the overall position. From that we have to deduct the payments. So we get surplus of 52,000. Okay. And I want to keep the closing balance at 45,000 level. It means there is a difference. 52,000 minus 45,000, 7,000. This 7,000 got to be deposited. Okay. And this 45 had become opening balance here. And if I add all the three, I get the total 5,79,000. Okay. Now deduct 5,30,300. So I get 48,700. And I want to maintain a minimum balance of how much? 45,000. If I maintain it as 45,000, what happens here? 48,700 minus 45,000, it becomes 3,700, which I cannot deposit. So I'll round this as 3,000. So what will happen? 48,700 minus 3,000, my closing balance will become 45,700. Okay, so in this way, we have prepared this cash budget for 4 months period from June to September.